recognize, and like all of a sudden fried chicken and collard greens is like ghetto, and she eats like kale salad and quiche. There's that girl.
Kale salad and quiche.
And as I was getting,
I'm gonna say something that might anger a lot of you. I'm talking to my black people now. You are all whitewashed. I know some of y'all saying, oh, nah, Steve. No.
I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Acting stupid, what's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage.
What's good, queens and kings? It's your girl Queen Tate, and I'm back with another banger. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about black people being whitewashed. You guys, I'm actually not gonna be talking about it. I'm actually gonna be reacting to different videos different people did, and I'm gonna be talking about it as I'm reacting to it at the same time. Before I get to this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, give that bell a ring, and turn on them post notifications. And without further ado, so the very first video I'm gonna be watching is by a black guy. He's kind of like more, I'm doing two sides. So I'm doing a black guy who is more kind of, how can I say this? Okay, the first black guy that I'm showing, he's a little more ghetto, okay? But like ratchet a little bit. Not ratchet, but he's a little more on that side, you know what I'm saying? And you know the other black guy that I'm doing, he's more like, you know, proper kind of, you know, stuff like that. So I'm doing kind of like two sides of it, so it can kind of be two-sided. If that makes sense, you'll see what I'm saying once you start watching the video. So these people that I'm showing, they're just people that are talking about people that are whitewashed, what it means, and how it makes them feel when people tell them that they're being they're whitewashed. You know, I actually have some situations where people have actually told me that I'm whitewashed, so I will definitely talk about that at the end. And I have actually also reached out to a lot of people and asked them if they've ever had that experience, or has anyone ever told them that they act whitewashed, or they're this or they're that. And I told them to kind of explain what happened and stuff like that, so I will be talking about that at the end. And I will also be starting to do shout outs. Yes, you guys, in the comments, I'm going to be doing shout outs on each video, so make sure you guys are commenting down below your opinion. I want your opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Argue with me. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree with me, disagree with me. Tell me how you disagree with me. If you agree with me, tell me how you agree with me, and tell me how you can relate to me, or, you know, relate to the video itself. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you guys comment down below, and make sure you guys give that video a big thumbs up. That is so important. Make sure you're liking the video, not just looking at it, not just commenting, but liking and subscribing. And but without further ado, let's get into the video.
all right, y'all. So look, I spend a lot of time critiquing and dissecting other people and social issues. But if y'all would allow me to think out loud and think through this with you guys, please do so. Let me start off by saying what's about to come out of my mouth, I don't know if it's necessarily my final stance or not. I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm walking you guys through my thought process. So the question I have is, why is it that whitewashed black people bother me? Okay? And in 2018, guys, on the surface, I know that some people are going to be offended by the sheer virtue of that question. What is a whitewashed black person? We all come in many different shades. People can't help how they were raised. And I get all of that. What I'm trying to get down to is, despite all of that, why does it bother me? And let me start out by defining what a whitewashed black person is. For the sake of this argument, a black person that takes up primary residence in white spaces. You know, like, if you hanging out with your white friends and like, you like, this Saturday, I gotta go to the white people club with them. And then you get there, and it's like the one black boy in the corner that knows everybody in the club, and you can tell that while you're vacationing here, he lives here, like that kid. Or the girl that everybody in middle school or high school had the Queen Latifah Salt and Pepper magazine, and she had the, you know, Marie Claire magazine, you know what I'm saying? Or the guy in college that only went to the white fraternity parties, and he was the token Negro amongst the white fraternities, or the black boy that pledged the white fraternities when you got the Divine Nine over here. Like, y'all don't make me feel crazy, right? Like, we all know what I'm deeming a whitewashed black person is.
Yeah.
Now, let me start out by saying, I think there are several circumstances that create a whitewashed black person. Number one, I want to give some sort of credit and allowance to those people who cannot help the environments in which they were raised in. Like when we're kids, elementary school age, those are very formative years. Okay, and if you've got parents that for whatever reason have black parents that have moved into like all white environments and their child has no choice but to grow up with nothing but white people, then I totally understand how that person leans towards or favors white culture. I totally get that. And I'm fine with it because you just can't help it. Your parents, in my eyes, but we'll debate that later. But then again, I think there's the other person, and maybe this is where my bother begins to come in. There's the other person who...
We're not gonna waste the bread. Let me show you the perfect recipe. Soak your dry old bread in water.
Like, bitch, I went to elementary school with you and middle school with you, and you got the most black down-home family I know. Why are you over here talking like Hillary Banks and flipping your hair behind your ears like a white girl? Then there's that girl, or the girl that she was your best friend in high school and in middle school, but then she goes off to college and come back and she's like talking in this voice that you don't like recognize, and like all of a sudden fried chicken and collard greens is like ghetto, and she eats like kale salad and quiche. There's that girl.
Kale salad and quiche.
And as I was getting ready to press the record button on this camera, I came up with the fact that outside of, I guess, my own ignorance, I think the true reason, or one of the true reasons that it bothers me so, is because I can't classify you. I can't classify you as friend or foe. And as I start to think about it, I think that's the root of why it gets under my skin. Because at least with white folks, the ones I'm adversarial with and the ones I love, they're still in a box. And I know where to put them. I know how to deal with them. And I manage my expectations of them based on them being in this box. But with you looking like me, but not being like me, I don't know which box to put you in. I want to give you credit, and I don't want to put you over here in their box, because their box, the white people box in my life, it's a very cautionary box. It ain't negative. It's just a very, proceed with caution over here. My black people box, it's a little more relaxed. I feel a little more secure, and I feel a little safer. So with you looking like me, arbitrarily, I want to throw you in the box. But with you sounding, acting, and adopting ways like them, I'm like, so I think...
You guys, so far this video, I feel like it's really funny. He's funny. I understand where he's coming from with the, just because we look alike, you don't act like me, you don't, just that, that black, just that bond, we black, we could vibe together, but it's not really so much of that. It's just the, like he said, the way they think, white people think, is different from the way black people think. The way white people do things, they say things and stuff like that, is way different from the way black people do and say things. So yes, there is a huge difference, and that can make you feel uncomfortable. That is totally understandable. So comment down below if you guys agree. I definitely agree. It's hard to kind of adapt to, like, look at your own kind and be like, you know, they're like me, but then they act so like white. They make you feel uncomfortable because it's like, well, dang, like, you know, like, you know, it don't make, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes you feel like, okay, like, girl, you supposed to be, you know, we supposed to be homegirls, you over there, like, let me stop. But no, seriously though, yeah, I understand where he's coming from though. So guys, that was the end of that video. I have one more video after that one, and I'm gonna do shout outs, and I'm gonna post people's comments that they had. I asked them questions about this, like I said in the beginning, so I'm gonna be doing that at the end.
What's good, Big Nation? It's the ex-football playing, filmmaking, YouTube video creator, Big Steve, aka the ultimate Nasus. Everybody and their mama's been hitting me up like, hey yo Steve, what happened to the real vlogs you did, man? What happened to girls playing them games? What's wrong with the dating process today? Didn't you pray to the opposite sex? What happened to all that, man? Now you doing all this, you know, film stuff. First of all, I'm a film major. It's what I do. You know what? You know what the real reason is? Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for this knowledge. That's why. But you know what?
He got his paper towel.
Y'all want some knowledge?
Please.
I'll give you some knowledge. Today we're going to talk about being black and whitewashed. Now, if you live under a rock, or you're one of the few people that don't really know what whitewash is, being whitewashed, well, their version of being whitewashed is basically you're a person that acts white. Talk white, your mannerisms is white. Pretty much in the simplest form, that's what being whitewashed is. And in the black community, that is probably one of the worst things you can be, is a whitewashed black person, because you're not in touch with your roots. You're not one of the real black people. You're not really black, is what I'm saying. And being a whitewashed black person, that can come with a lot of ridicule, and in some serious terms can cause a lot of violence. I went to a high school that was pretty much white, and the black people percentage was about like milk, 2%. And I was a church boy. I was raised in the church. I didn't even listen to any type of worldly music until, I want to say, middle school, late at night, when I watched MTV Jams when I wasn't supposed to, and watch music videos. But I wasn't raised in the hood. I wasn't raised gangster. I was raised in the church. So that's going to cause me to not act like other black people. And because of this, for the next 4 years, I was going to be called whitewashed. You're not really black. You're not one of us. Blah, 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 blah. Now, as I grew up, I'm thinking, you know, the more I thought about it, I'm like, wait, why do I care? Because then when all that was happening, I'm thinking, oh man, I'm not black. Crap, I thought this is how it worked. I guess I gotta act black now. Which didn't really happen because, I'm gonna hit a couple points here. But the first thing is, I'm gonna talk about actually being whitewashed. Now, I'm gonna say something that might anger a lot of you. I'm talking to my black people now. You are all whitewashed. I know some of y'all saying, oh nah, Steve, no, I'm from the hood, man. Nah, man, what you say about me? I ain't whitewashed. Hey, you wanna die? You wanna die? Chill, bruh. Just stop. Just stop. Let me explain. You eat the white man's food, you watch the white man's TV, listen to white man's music, you live in white man's America, you whitewashed. You've been brought up in white man culture since you were born. You're whitewashed. If you weren't whitewashed and you're just true black, you'd be in Africa, but you're not. You're in America. America is white America. My second point. So you mean to tell me that my blackness is defined by how ratchet I can be and how much I can turn up in a weekend and how ignorant I can act in society? Oh, well, I guess I'm white. Just like a lot of words in today's society, you twisted it so that you can make fun of somebody else to cover up your own flaws. But that's why it's such a big thing. I love my black people, but you're always looking for a reason to put somebody down or to make fun of somebody else so you can make yourself feel good. And let me tell you something else. All those people that have been calling me whitewashed for the past couple years, where they at now? What moves they making? What am I doing? I'm doing what I love every day. I'm already working on projects that I can't even talk about. I got a degree, even though it's just an AA, it's still a degree. I'm going places right now. I'm doing things. What are they doing? Still sitting on the couch acting gay. So if you mean to tell me because I act white, I'm not really black, then I'm sorry that I act white. But guess what? I bet when I go in for a job interview, they're gonna likely choose me over you. Don't get me wrong, when I get with the homies, I know how to talk to the homies. And that's the thing you black people gotta learn. You need to learn how to thread that line. I do it perfectly. I know how to talk white and talk to the homies. And it's not even talking white, but I'm just saying that so you guys understand. What I mean, you're gonna need to learn how to talk proper. You need to learn how to talk when you're in the business world. And then when you're with the homies, you can talk in the ghetto world. So stop putting people down just because you suck.
Whew. Okay, y'all, that was interesting. So, wow. That video was spitting. I'm just saying, he was spitting straight facts. Okay, so for that video, you guys, he was really funny. I liked his little side comments. He was really funny. But the last point he made really, really stuck out to me. It was that, it was that us black people need to know when to be professional and when to be, you know, ratchet, when to be, you know, when to be all, hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? Girl, you know, that is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, with your family and, you know, your homegirls or homeboys or whatever, stuff like that. But then when you get in our real world, you need to know how to be professional because, like he said, when you go for job interviews, they don't want nobody coming in there like, hey, what's up, like... But when you were there, hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? Yes, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yeah, my name's so-and-so. Yes. Okay, that's cool. You know, just like that. You want to be more proper a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying act white. Because, okay, that's another thing I want to get into. Black people, yes, we need to know when to be, how we turn up, and when to be proper, when to be appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Second thing that I really got out of this video, from both of the videos in total, what I really want to talk about is why are black people viewed this way? Why are we viewed as supposed to be ghetto, supposed to be ratchet, supposed to be thugs, supposed to be hood? Why are we viewed like that? Like, we could be good too. Like, people look at us and be like, oh, they dumb. They just, all they know how to do is rob people. Like... Like, no. Like, why are we viewed that way? You know what I'm saying? And that's because, you know, our past, and what we've, I mean, we made ourselves viewed that way. We did that to ourselves, you know what I'm saying, in the past, you know, people, gangs and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, why are we viewed that way? Why do we have to be viewed as, oh, you know, hood or gangster, you know what I'm saying? Why are we viewed that way? Wait, comment down below what you think. Automatically, oh, she black, she get, I don't want to hire her. Like, I don't want to hire her. Like, you know what I'm saying? That needs to change, because, honey, all black people not like that. Now, I'm not saying all black people need to start acting white. No, that is not what I said. What I am saying is that we need to improve on the way we are when it comes to jobs or job interviews, or when it comes to just being, not in public, but when you're in a professional environment, you need to be professional. You need to be more professional. Okay, guys, sorry for any background noises. There's some, they partying or something. I don't know what they're doing, but, yes, so the first person, it should be popping up right here. First person, I said, hey, I'm doing a vid, and I'm just curious, have you ever been called whitewashed? Like, has anyone ever told you you're whitewashed? I'm trying to see how many black people have been called that. I was trying to see how many black people have been called whitewashed. And he said, no, I've never been called whitewashed. He said, no, not really. And I said, okay, thanks. You know, so he said he never been whitewashed before. So let's move on to the next person. Some people I asked, I went more into depth with it. Some people I just asked them one question and that's it, because I didn't want to, you know, bore people out. So I'm gonna move on to the next person. He says, I told him what I told the other guy. I just did the same thing. And he said, he said, a little bit. He has been called whitewashed a little bit. I said, okay, dang, how did you, like, respond to it? And then he said, well, excuse me. He said, well, I don't really care about what they say. They say it to me because, like, I hang out with a lot of white people. I don't say a lot of bad words. And when they say I act white, I feel hurt a little bit, but I don't care what they say. The reason I hang around a lot of white people / friends is because some are nice. Some are nice. Black people aren't nice too, are nice too. I don't know what he was trying to say at that part. I think he meant to say black people aren't, I don't know what he was trying to say at the end part, you guys, but I kind of got, I guess he's saying that the white people are more nice to him than black people are. Not sure. He actually watches my channel, so comment down below and tell me what you were trying to say, because I don't really know what you were trying to say. I said, okay, that makes sense. Okay, do you ever feel like black people call you whitewashed because they see you doing better than them? And then he said no. I said, okay, thanks. So let's move on to the next person. I asked him the same question. Has he ever been called whitewashed? He said no. And I said, okay, thanks. Next person. I asked him the same question. Have you ever been whitewashed? He says, nah, I haven't. And I just said, okay, thanks. Yeah, some of them I didn't really. And you know, and these are people from different areas, you know. I'm not going to say the places, but you know, they're from different areas from where I'm from. So it's interesting to see what other people have to say from different areas. Let's move on to the next person. Okay. He says, this is kind of funny. He says, I asked him the same question. He says, nah, I have never been called that. I said, okay, cool. Have you ever met a whitewashed black person? And if so, did it make you feel uncomfortable or weird? And so I said, it's for a video. And then he said, yes, my cousin is whitewashed. I felt okay because she's always like that. So he says he's already used to it. She's always acted like that, so it's whatever. I was like, LOL, okay, but like, what does she do that makes her act white? Like, does she talk white, act white, dress white? Like, what? He said, he said talk, act, and dress. I was like, oh, wow, okay. I was like, okay, thanks. I think this is the second to last person, and that's it. I asked her the same question. She said, to be honest, I get called that all the time, and it's kind of true because it's a lot of details to it, but yes, I'm kind of whitewashed myself. And I said, okay, so what do you do that makes you whitewashed? Like, is it the way you talk or the things you do? Like what? She said, the things I do and how I was raised. I said, okay, thanks for being honest or whatever. I asked him the same question. He says, never been called that. And I said, LOL, okay, cool. I said, have you ever met a whitewashed black person? And if so, did it make you feel uncomfortable or weird? He said, he was like, I don't even know what that means. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that was some of the reflects I got from some people. Comment down below if I should do that more often in my video, see people's, you know, opinion and perspective on things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Give that bell a ring. Turn on them post notifications. And before I end this video, I am going to be doing shout outs. I just want to say thank you to everyone, not just these two people, but I want to say thank you to literally everyone who has been supporting me through this journey. I'm not there yet, but we climbing. We're getting up there. But one person I wanted to shout out was Lil Crips. I'm shouting him out, and he's just been here since day. Thank you so much for supporting me, Lil Crips. Chris. I don't know how to say it. And one more person, he's actually a newer subscriber. It is called MXRII. He's a really good, he's been supporting me since he subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. I've really seen a true supporter from the both of you guys. There's so many more people that I've seen true supporters from. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, give that bell a ring, turn on the post notifications. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.